Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Myself Dr. Akshay, and in today's session I'm going to be discussing about the topic osmotic pressure. If you guys want to learn more about the transport of substances through the cell membrane, then click subscribe and the bell icon. So let's do this together. Coming to the topic osmotic pressure. So in the previous session I had already discussed the topic what is osmosis. So osmosis is the movement of water molecules from an area of higher concentration towards an area of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. So see this figure. You can see this left side is consisting of water molecules. So these are the water molecules. And on the right side you can see this is the sodium chloride solution. So according to osmosis theory, these water molecules will always move from an area of higher concentration towards the area of lower concentration. So here water molecules will move from this area towards this area. So these water molecules will keep flowing. It will keep on flowing. And suddenly at one particular point of time I started applying pressure which is opposite to this water molecular flow. So what will happen to the flow of these water molecules? This water molecular flow will get reduced. Again I will apply pressure. So what will happen? This water molecular flow will get stopped. So again if I apply pressure means what will happen? The flow of water molecules will get reversed. So what is this applied pressure? So the pressure which caused the water molecules to slow down, to stop, and to get reversed is nothing but this is the osmotic pressure. So osmotic pressure is the pressure required to stop osmosis. So osmotic pressure which is exerted by individual particles are determined by the number of particles in the unit volume of fluid. This osmotic pressure is not determined by the mass of particles in this unit volume of fluid. So why we are considering the number of particles in the unit volume of fluid instead of mass of the particle? So the reason is that the larger particle and smaller particle will always exert the same amount of pressure against the membrane. So see here. So we applied the pressure. What happened? Here the flow got reduced. Again we applied pressure. At that particular point of time, the entire flow of these water molecules got stopped. So what happened here? We applied the pressure which is equivalent to the kinetic energy of those moving particles. So that means the applied pressure of these individual particles is always equal to kinetic energy of individual particles. So in order to stop the particle, we should apply pressure which equals to the magnitude of that particle's kinetic energy. So that's why pressure of individual particles is equivalent to kinetic energy of individual particles. Consider a larger particle. So here magnitude of this m, mass for that larger particle will be of greater magnitude. Larger particle will always have lower magnitude of velocity. It travels very slowly. So magnitude of this velocity value will be very small. Consider another particle which is too small. So what will be its mass? Mass will be of lower value. So what will be the velocity of that small particle? It will be greater. The small particle will travel at high speeds. The velocity of that smaller particle will be of greater value. So if we compare the kinetic energy of larger particle and smaller particle, these both will exhibit same kinetic energy. That shows that if larger particle and smaller particle are having same value of kinetic energy means the kinetic energy will always be constant in a given unit volume of solution for every particle. So the kinetic energy is nothing but it's equivalent to the pressure which is applied. Suppose if you are applying pressure to two particles, so what will be the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy will be half mv square plus half mv square. That is 2 times half mv square. That is 2 times its kinetic energy. So the pressure applied to those two particles will be 2 times the kinetic energy. Consider another example. In that example, 3 particles are present and we are applying pressure to those 3 particles. So what will be the kinetic energy? That will be half mv square plus half mv square plus half mv square. That is 3 times half mv square. That is 3 times the kinetic energy. So what will be the pressure applied? Pressure applied will be equivalent to 3 times the kinetic energy in that case. And consider another situation. In that situation, n number of particles are present. And to those n number of particles, we are giving pressure. So what will be the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy will be n times half mv square. And again, pressure of individual particles is equivalent to kinetic energy of individual particles. So pressure of those n number of particles or pressure applied to those n number of particles will be equivalent to n times kinetic energy. So this shows that the osmotic pressure which is applied to a solution will always depend upon the number of particles which are present in that unit volume of solution, not the mass of individual particles which are present in the solution. So this is the main reason why we are considering number of particles in that given unit volume of solution instead of mass of particles. So that covers the topic osmotic pressure. I hope you guys learned about this particular topic. Thank you so much guys. Love you all guys. See you guys in the next session.